Have you ever asked yourself why you don't trust men? Well, in this video, I'm going to be talking about a few reasons why you might not be trusting men and what to do about it, because boy, can I relate. I lived most of my life not trusting men, and there are some things that might be the cause of that. So let's dive right in, because I can't wait to share with you what might be holding you back from trusting men and having that amazing relationship that you desire and deserve. So let's get started. There are a few things that are at the top of the list of reasons why you might not trust men. The first one that comes to mind is your childhood, your experiences around men and trusting them, whether it's an abuse experience, which many of us have experienced for real. In fact, many, 1 out of 4 girls have experienced sexual abuse, but that's just sexual abuse. Imagine all of the other abusive behavior that they've experienced and witnessed as well. That's just the abusive reasons why you may not trust men. But there are other things that may have you not trust men, and it doesn't have to be something traumatic. So it could be that your father wasn't around. He was working a lot, or he wasn't present at all. Doesn't mean you were abused. It just means you don't trust a man to be present for you. The feminine craves presence and a container from the man. And so when we don't have that secure container for us to relax into, we start mistrusting people that don't provide that for us as children. We go into adulthood attracting men that are not available, that are not present, that aren't there for you, that don't have your back, that don't hold you and hold space for you for all your ups and downs and left, right, and center feelings that you might be having. So you don't trust men to let go with. You don't trust men to protect you, to take care of you, to be able to handle your feelings, whatever they might be, right? So this is, most of our mistrust in people and in men especially comes from our childhood, but doesn't always have to. Another reason that we may not trust men is that we were taught not to trust men. In my family, my mother spoke about my dad in a very subtle way that he was untrustworthy. She was bitter, she was hurt, and she really taught me not to trust men. Now, I had some other experiences that made me not trust men too, that just made the problem worse. So when I went into relationships as an adult, I chose men either that were overly controlling or that were giving me the control in the relationship and giving me the lead. I made all the decisions, and they were kind of the weaker counterpart. So it can manifest in both types of relationships. For many, it manifests in never getting into a relationship, or always breaking up after a certain amount. If you liked this video so far, hit the thumbs up button and definitely subscribe, because I release 2 videos a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And if you want to be notified, hit the bell button. Another reason that you may not trust men is that just no one showed you how to. I mean, your mother might have been bitter, she might be in the masculine and taking control of everything. And your dad was put down as if he was weak, as if he was not valuable or valued to her. And that made you mistrust the guidance and the strength of men in general. So now what might you do? You might go out there on dates and just take control of everything, not allowing him to lead, not allowing him to choose things, not allowing him to be strong in his driving the dating relationship or the relationship forward. You're constantly getting in the way. You might have been shown that that's the way a relationship works. Get really cognizant of that. And you may not have learned how to receive from a man because of that as well. So men are no good for anything. They're only good for going to work or abandoning you or whatever story it might be, instead of a man can give to me. I deserve not only gifts, but I deserve, for a man to pay for dinner for me and not expect anything in return. I deserve to receive compliments. I deserve free time where I don't have to do anything and I don't have to overgive and I don't have to give back. So these are some of the things that we've been taught and are in our habits that are perpetuating in the men that you date and throughout your life. So these are some of the habits that we learned over time, and then we start dating and we see a man on a dating app or we meet a man at a party and we think he's different. But the reason you're attracted to his energy is because he has that same energy that you are used to attracting. And so you complete the circle over and over and over again. And how do you learn to do that differently? Well, you do a whole number of things that I teach in my program, Queen School, but some of the things are abundance dating, learning how to receive, learning how to trust yourself. This is the biggest thing, right? We don't trust others when we don't trust ourselves. So this is huge. And slowly but surely, when you trust yourself, you're able to open yourself up to vulnerability and for men to show you that they are trustworthy. And slowly, bit by bit, you're able to allow a man in and let go and fully trust. All right, I'll leave that there and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.